Hello there, how are you? I hope all is well and everything is absolutely amazing on your end. Welcome back on my channel. You're listening to Light Channelings once again, and I am back with few more channeled messages as well as a new card reading for all of you. Before starting with today's card reading, I'd like to present you with few channeled messages that universe gave me right before starting to record this audio message. But first of all, allow me to express my gratitude for everything you're doing, for your love, for your support, for your appreciation and your valuable contribution and donations. May God bless you with whatever it is that you may need, want or wish for your highest goal. Okay. So that's something I wanted to say to all of you. Now let's get started with today's messages. So universe is telling you all that in the coming near future, you are going to experience some obstacles, hindrances, or it's going to be a time of upheaval in your life, but there is nothing to worry about because you are protected and divinely guided. Yes, you are going to have some disappointing moments, a disappointing time maybe, but it's a temporary phase and your divine team is going to be there with you to assist you and comfort you when and where needed. But you should remember and keep this in mind that you are protected, and at times when it's part of the divine plan for you to experience some sort of heartache, pain, difficulty, challenge, obstacle or things like that, they can't do much to stop that from happening. They can't prevent you from experiencing and facing such things in your life if they are part of the plan. I know it's hard to accept at times when you are already struggling with a lot of other things in your life, but that's what it is and that's what I'm presenting you with, because the reading actually explains that yes, there are challenges and obstacles on your way or are coming, but as I said already, you don't have anything to worry about and things are just going to turn out in your favor in divine timing. You will get what you rightfully deserve. Again, I know that this doesn't sound so uplifting because I already told you that you're going to face some upheaval in your life. It could even be happening at present with some of you, and for others this is what's coming, but it's coming, or you're going to get presented with such issues so that you can learn how to remain in balance. Keep in mind, this journey is going to trigger you until you learn to gain inner peace and maintain that inner balance where nothing that happens on the outside world, external of you, affects what's going on internally within you. And that's the ultimate lesson this journey has within it, and that's what you need to learn. I hope that makes sense. So let's get started with the reading. I already told you what universe had to tell you as channeled messages. So it looks like someone was using black magic, someone who's part of a family, yours or theirs, possibly theirs, not yours. This could even be someone your counterpart is just platonically involved with, maybe their friends. So someone among these people was using black magic, and this has brought some abrupt endings or sudden changes in your life or this connection. Okay, so that's what universe was suggesting, that a time of upheaval is coming up or is being presented to you, but it's all happening for a reason. Okay, so whoever this individual is, it looks like it was a lady who's using black magic, dark magic, or some sort of negative energy to keep you two apart or separate from each other or block this connection from coming together. But then what happened is that as soon as she sent that energy at you, at your counterpart, or onto your connection, the next moment it returned back and destroyed something in this individual's personal life. It brought an abrupt, sudden ending, disruption, or some sort of shake-up in this person's personal life or family life, or the relationships she has with other people. It happened the same exact moment she sent that towards you, or just right after that. I hope that makes sense. There is a possibility that this person has been trying to fill in your counterpart's ears against you, and she could have succeeded in doing that because in the past your counterpart was nothing but gullible. But then after that it changed somehow, and this person was just not feeling good about it. Your counterpart somehow stopped listening to all the gossip, all the lies this person was filling their ears with, or their mind. They stopped listening to any kind of harsh judgments people were throwing at you. Okay, so there's a lot happening and the energy feels quite scattered here and there, and that's why I believe universe gave that channeled message in the beginning that it's time of upheaval. Okay, there's a lot going to come up on the surface for everyone to deal with, not just you. Everyone involved in your situation is going to go through some sudden changes. Those who are practicing dark magic, it will backfire, and those who are on the receiving end of it may just find themselves confused, perplexed, bewildered with 10,000 things rolling on in their mind. Sudden changes being made in their life, and things happening for no reason, for no apparent reasons. That could be something that you are going to struggle with, because it feels like to me that you are on the receiving end of that dark energy being sent towards you, or your counterpart, or this connection in general, if we say it in other words. But soon this phase is going to end, is what universe is saying. So you should not worry about these things, and it's actually a challenge for you. Okay, and I'll explain that to you soon as we move further with this reading. So the reason why this connection is not moving forward and it feels like it has frozen into time is because there are people who are very bad in their nature, who just like to cause trouble for other people, who like to poke into other people's business, who are very nosy, and have a habit of interfering into other people's lives, other people's business, especially when it comes to marriage or relationships. And this is one of the reasons why this connection came to a halt. Okay, it was not moving anywhere, especially if it's supposed to move to its next level, which is marriage, commitment, or engagement, there are people who are blocking it, and feels like they are doing it on purpose, intentionally, because they feel threatened of you. They feel threatened by you, by your beauty, by your success, by your growth, by your individuality, your empowerment, and everything that's beautiful about you. They don't like that because they do not have it. Okay, when they look at you, they feel inferior within themselves, but on the outside they're going to show off as if they are superior. Are you getting my point? And that's one of the reasons why these people had been blocking you continuously. Okay, it looks like it's a lady. It can be their mother or sister or someone they were or are romantically involved with, but it could be even their friends or all of them. In some of your cases, there are a number of people who are doing dirty to you or your connection at present. But if we talk about someone using black magic, so it's someone your counterpart shares a family with, more so. Okay, but there is a possibility that one of their friends is helping this person out, like giving them your pictures or strand of your hair or your belongings if you are mutual friends, so things like that. So be aware of sharing your things with your mutual friends. Okay, and just use protection. If you are active on social media, just use protection. I have a whole another audio message on what you can do to protect yourself and your union, so you have to scroll down the video section on my channel to find that video out. Okay, listen to that one, you'll understand everything. If not, you have your own protection methods, just use that so that this energy won't affect you as much it's intended to, because you are protected, as I already told you, and it's not going to affect you to an extent where you are going to experience failure. No, that's not going to happen. But yes, it might delay your plans, progress, or the fruition of your goals and ambitions for a certain period of time. So this is something you may have to deal with, and this may trigger you a lot. So this comes with a trigger warning. And I feel like somewhere this dark energy, this negative energy is also affecting the way you do things, the way you act, the way you behave, the way you talk. Someone could also have been using this to attack your skills, talents, and abilities if you're really good at what you do. So these are few things that you need to keep in mind with when you're doing something and you feel like it's not working out, or there is something blocking you. Just know that this is a possibility why it's not happening the way you want it to. So the thing is that something is just ending in your counterpart's life, which is happening as justice being served in your favor. If your counterpart chose another person over you, that relationship or connection is ending, and because that relationship or connection is ending, your counterpart is realizing that you are the one they always loved, because when they dealt with that another person, when they had that opportunity to experience what it would feel to settle down with someone else or choose someone else, and what would come after that, they started to learn their lessons. I wouldn't say they have learned all of their lessons, because that's not true. They have a lot to learn, because they have to end a lot of other things in their life as well, especially if their family or friend circle is toxic. and they like to hold on to them so that they can control them or manipulate them and make them act and behave in the way they approve of or like. So this is not something which is healthy, this is not something which is positive, and that needs to end. But to serve justice in your favor and teach your counterpart certain lessons, the universe has intervened in that connection, and that came to an abrupt ending, I would say. So it's not just upheaval that's going to happen in your life, but as I said, all the people involved in your connection directly or indirectly are going to experience that. So this upheaval is also going to affect your counterpart, where they're going to find out something about that other person they chose over you, and that's going to bring an ending in between both of them. And somehow that's going to help them realize that you are the one, and you'll always remain the one, because you cannot be replaced. If your counterpart was thinking of getting settled down with that other person, that is also going to end abruptly. They'll have a sudden ending, closure, and just pack up with that other person. By pack up, I mean wrapping up of things, finishing off with anything left undone. That's what I mean, because that's not meant to be. That connection is not meant to be. Divine lovers are meant to come back together, no matter how many obstacles they would have to face, how many struggles or painful moments they would have to endure, or how many challenges they'd have to overcome. This is something this reading is telling. Okay, it's in your destiny to get your wishes fulfilled. For some of you, this is meant to be. This connection is meant to be. It's written in your destiny. It's written in your stars. It's just a matter of time before you get back together and move to calmer waters or wherever you'd like to go. But definitely you are going to, move on and move away from this state where you are feeling depressed, anxious, nervous, panicky, not being able to sleep at night, feeling scared of things, and all sort of negative energy that you're experiencing right now. You will move on and surpass this state. That's also written on your destiny. But because it's a phase, a cycle, or a challenge for you to experience, you'd have to go through it to learn certain lessons, is what I'm going to tell you. Okay? Your counterpart is experiencing exactly what they've done to you. So if your counterpart treated you like doormat, they got treated like a doormat with they got treated like a doormat by that other person, from that other person. If your counterpart was acting like a player in your life, they were being back and forth, in and out of your life, they experienced the same kind of treatment from that other person, and that's how it brought an ending in between both of them, or that's what's happening right now, which is soon going to end completely. Okay, that's for sure. They are going to walk away and finish off with that person, or if it's a situation where they are being immature and just breaking up and getting back together just because of clinging on or the attention they get from each other. It's just immature energy. That's what I'm going to say. Very immature energy, very ego based, control based, need based relationship they share with each other. There's nothing like emotions in between both of them. It's just lust and this power struggle, and which is soon going to end. But this happened because other people influenced your counterpart in making them move in another direction instead of you. This happened because of that, and that's why they were unable to move towards you, and they were being very, very defensive, guarded, and slow with their moves. And this could even be happening right now, where your counterpart still hasn't learned to put people into their places and not listen to their biased opinions and judgments they have about others, because these people don't even know the meaning of life, relationships, marriages, or anything about that. Okay, I'm sorry for that pause. I just had my meal, so it becomes difficult for me to sit down and record these audio messages at times, not usually, at times. So what I was saying, yes, I was saying that these people just do not know anything about life, spirituality, awakening, love, maturity, or things of that sort. They just like to win over other people. They like to block other people out of their ego, arrogance, and pride. They'll just like to, create drama, create conflict, and they just act out of their ego and pride. These are those we call egomaniacs. The highest of rank. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that they are worse than those who just say mean things to others. They are going to go beyond that. They're going to cross limits when it comes to putting people down. Egomaniacs, that's what I mean. They cannot handle defeat at all, not in any circumstance or situation. They are not going to take no for an answer until and unless they feel like they've literally destroyed the other person down or make them suffer like hell. These type of people. And I feel like somewhere your counterpart was either in the past struggling with these people or are currently, and if not, your own counterpart's ego is the problem. Their own ego is the problem, and they do not want to feel defeated in front of you because you are growing and glowing, and they do not like that. Somewhere I feel like that as well. Somewhere they are also feeling threatened by you and your power and the way you are moving up ahead the ladder of success on your own without them, which is triggering them. But still they are going to come back, because in this reading, no matter how scattered it feels or looks, where the energy is all over the place, justice is just going to get served in your favor. Okay, sooner or later you will have what's meant for you. They will come back. They are going to communicate with you, maybe with an immature energy, but they are going to return back. But soon after that, they'll change. Okay, that's for a very less number of people, where they're just going to come back to talk nonsense. Very, very few people. Okay, that's for very less number of people. But for others, it's just that you will have that good news, that new beginning that you're hoping and wishing for. They're going to communicate something with you which is wonderful. If you were wishing for commitment, marriage, proposal, things like that, if you were just wishing for reunion, you're going to get that, and universe is going to confirm to you if you're going to get that or not. Because keep in mind, this is a general collective reading, not going to resonate with each and every one of you. So that's something you should keep in mind. I'm seeing number 55 right now. Somewhere it feels like this is little confusing for me as well, because I feel like your counterpart is being defensive with their family or family members. They are saying no to those ridiculous rules, regulations, and what they say, things that are imposed onto children from the elders of the family. They are literally fighting back and defending themselves, because they've had enough of that. Somewhere your counterpart realizes and understands that they've made a very big mistake by listening to other people. And I feel like somewhere that's why they are shutting people down. They are not listening to them, they are withdrawing themselves from other people and their habit of interfering into their life. They are not listening to them, they are not paying any attention to what they have to say or what they are offering to them. If they are offering suggestions or advices, they are not interested. But at the same time, they're also taking a stand against those rigid rules and regulations that were put on them to keep them held back from living their life on their own terms. And I feel like soon, once all of this is over, they are going to, start their individual journey where they're going to focus on their own selves, just like how you are doing, because they are receiving this inspiration from you to work on themselves and become something of their own on their own, not by listening to 10,000 different people and their 10,000 different advices, which had led them nowhere in life, but had made them fall into the pitfalls which they could clearly see ahead of them, but they were acting ignorant and they were living in denial. That's what they regret the most. And I feel like somewhere, if I don't know if this is going to resonate with each and every one of you, their mother is thinking a lot about all of this. She can clearly see that her son is not happy. She can clearly see that he misses you or she misses you a lot and wants to reunite back with you, even though there is a possibility that she was the one who was doing all of this to block this connection out. But at the end of the day, she has a soft corner in her heart, or possibly this is happening through way of divine intervention, where she's receiving the divine healing energy. And if some sort of negative entity attached itself to her, because she was carrying a lot of negative energy within herself, which becomes a great match for dark entities to attach themselves with, that's clearing and healing. And I feel that's why she feels regretful of keeping your counterpart held back or in control and not letting them go, not allowing them to move towards you. Somewhere that's happening because healing is taking place. So it looks like there is a spiritual war going on, a spiritual warfare, where if one door gets shut, universe opens another one. So for example, if someone is using dark magic, universe is helping you, your counterpart, or this connection to receive help from another side. Okay, so if, let's say, other people in their family are blocking this connection or are blocking your counterpart from moving towards you, there is one or two people, or there are more than one or two people who are having a change of heart, or who are able to fight back with those negative energies that make them do certain things which they regret later after doing that, possibly because they do not understand why they act out of their character at certain times, because there is this unseen, unexplained negative energy that's at play. So this feels like a spiritual warfare, a spiritual war that's going on between the good and the the good and the bad, and dark and light, evil and angel, things like that. Okay, so this is what's happening here. Your counterpart doesn't want to get controlled. Your counterpart is fed up of feeling confused and indecisive and juggling 10,000 things because of their friends, family, or other peers. That's what's happening. And it feels like right now or currently they are not talking to other people, but their mother can feel that they are very upset. They are withdrawing themselves from other people, and it's because they want to get back with you, or it's because they regret letting you go or choosing someone else over you, and now they are bearing the consequences of that, which makes them sad, sorrowful, regretful, and remorseful of the choices and decisions they've made. They may have even expressed this to their family members, that they are the reason why their life is in shambles right now. Okay, so universe is just saying that there are going to be people who are going to come up against you at times, who are going to disrespect you. I mean to say, who are going to disrespect you, who are going to undermine you, who are going to put you down, who are going to play against you, who are going to try to harm you and hurt you. But then universe wants you to keep your head held high and ignore these people. It's not your job to focus on them, because they'll always be there. Okay, if one goes, another one is going to come, who's going to hate you for no reason, who's going to dislike you, despise you, disdain you for no reason at all, because they have their own issues they haven't dealt with properly. So there is a reason why at times you are unable to do certain things. There is a reason why at times you cannot focus on your goals. There is a reason why you feel lazy, why you feel like procrastinating all the day, night long. Okay, so this is something which is happening here, so pay attention to such things. I'm just seeing that a lot is going on here, and right now universe is just saying that it's just saying that right now you cannot expect your counterpart to appear in your life outrightly within the next few hours, because there is a lot going on behind the scenes. There is a lot of negative energy, fearful energy, where people are attacking each other, and it's not good for you to be in that situation, because it's going to affect your awakening or the work you're doing. If universe wants you to work for the betterment of society, it's going to affect you very negatively. So you may not get desired outcomes, or the kind of treatment you deserve from your counterpart right now, even if you come back together or they communicate with you. So pay attention to such things, and do not jump into unfulfilling situations and circumstances right after you come out of another one. So pay attention to such things. For others, there is another message universe is giving, that you need to give your counterpart time and space until they become self-sufficient, financially strong, independent, and little bit abundant, so that they can take your responsibility. And with that being said, so that other people are not going to interfere into their life as much as they are doing right now, because your counterpart is financially dependent onto other people. Once someone has money in their pocket or in their hands, they can make their own decisions decisively, with strength, confidence, and courage. But it becomes very difficult for someone to make decisions for their own life when they are dependent on someone else, especially their parents, for money or for financial stability. Okay, if they live together and your counterpart cannot move to another apartment, another house, or another location, it's going to be difficult for them to bring you into their life. So you need to it's up to you actually. Okay, that's what universe is saying, because this is difficult, this is a difficult situation, and you are being tested again and again. So it's up to you if you want to wait or not, because before your counterpart has a stable job, has a substantial source of income, are financially secure and strong, you cannot have your union before that, until and unless your counterpart is in that state I explained. Okay, because there is a lot that needs to end. Okay, there is some sort of there is someone who's thinking a lot about how their plans backfired and how things just ended, and how they should sneak away and escape out of the situation. I cannot say who this person is, because it's very unclear, it's very vague. I feel like something just couldn't be figured out right now. There is a veil that needs to get lifted first before you can have a clear vision of what's happening here. So this is the situation for some of you, or a lot of you out there. Your counterpart is regretting what they've done. They are sad, depressed, remorseful, and regretful for what they've done to you, because they already had an ending with that other person. It backfired, it collapsed, demolished into pieces. Their life is in shambles right now. They cannot decide which direction they should move into right now. So I feel like for a good amount of time they are going to focus on their career or finances, especially if this other person with whom they had this ending with snatched away a lot of their money or financial security or property or assets. Okay, so you'd know that if that's your situation or if that's what's happening in your case. But I've already told you everything, and future looks good and bright. So if you can be hopeful about future, again, that's up to you. You are receiving help. You will recover from the situation, and things are going to move forward in your desired direction once your counterpart, or just this negative energy gets lifted out and you recover from the effects of it. So especially if you were being affected by the use of black magic being done on you, you're going to recover from that, and you're going to receive help out of the blue miraculously. So reconsider if you want to wait, if you want to move on, if that's what you choose to do. Well, if this connection is written in your destiny, it will come back again, but for the time being you can focus on something else, like your career, your finances, your business, or just something else. It depends on you what you have to do with your own life. I'm not saying wait for this person to come back. I just told you everything, that before they are financially stable, secure, and have a substantial source of income, I do not see anything moving to marriage, commitment, or proposal. So they may just come back, they may just communicate with you, you may have a mini reunion, but then what you wish for ultimately may take some time. So that's just up to you as to what you're going to do about it. Okay, so this was the reading. You're already ready to take charge of your own life, so it's your choice whether you'd wish to or would like to stay there crying, sulking, and sobbing, or just take action towards something that is more constructive and positive in your life. So this was the reading. I hope you enjoyed listening to me, and this brought you some clarity or a sigh of relief. If that's what happened, do let me know in the comment section below how you felt about this reading, and if this was really resonating with you or not. Okay, do hit the like button and subscribe for more such readings, channelings, channeled messages, or psychic readings. I'll be back again with another one very, very soon, as I come up at every alternate day. With that being said, if you'd like to show your love or just contribute something as a token of appreciation, feel free to follow the link given in the description box below. That's all. Okay, so now I'll sign off. I'll take leave. Bye bye.